Mons may be a small city, but it has three major masterpieces, all listed in the UNESCO sites of heritage. Behind me you can see the belfry, which was built hundreds of years ago and will be opened this year after 30 years of being closed due to works on it for safety reasons. We're here in Mons to talk about the Capital of Culture 2015, but also to learn about the city and see how they have prepared and what they're doing this year for the occasion. So today we have the pleasure of talking to the director of the tourism office in Mons. Tell us about the preparation for the big year of Mons 2015.
It's starting everything on Saturday, on the 24th of January, so we're nearly ready. Just the installation for the great party of this Saturday, finishing everything, all the installation, but otherwise we're waiting here at the tourist office in Mons with a brand new tourist office, a brand new boutique with an official souvenir of Mons 2015, so we're nearly just waiting and finishing the last details.
And what has the tourism been like in the run-up to the year? I mean, was it always a very touristy area?
It used to be, yes, and still, but very not a lot of people really. So we were about 150,000 during many years, and then we went up until 250,000, and then last year we have a very big exhibition with Andy Warhol. So we were really convinced that the cultural segment was what we had to do in Mons, and with the capital, European capital of culture, it's even more emphasis of culture, obviously, and the tourism is really much growing. We had since this much more Flemish people, and with the commemoration of First World War this summer, we had many British people as well. So we're still having much more than before the commemoration, for example.
And how are you able to track that? I mean, have you seen an increase in the demand for hotels and staying overnight, or is it more of a restoration and an activity kind of increase?
Both, and we have statistics of the frequentation of the tourist office and websites and all those kind of things that makes that we can say that we're growing.
And what are your expectations for the year, throughout the year?
So we are expecting about 2 million people, knowing that we are a city of about 96,000 inhabitants, with about 200,000-300,000 tourists a year. So I think it's a good expectation.
And how are the people? What are they expecting from this increased tourism? Are they welcoming it, or are they afraid of it?
No, people here are very happy. I think they're really happy, and they try to believe, and they believe that this will change the city, really. It's a great opportunity. Sometimes we have, I think, every city must have it. Some people who don't believe in everything, who think that it's a waste of money, but we have, on the other hand, the majority of the people are really convinced that it makes really make Mons on the map of the European city breaks for the next years.
So, what are some of the big events that we can expect?
So we're starting on Saturday with the big opening party and the launch of our great and main exhibition over Vincent van Gogh, because Vincent van Gogh started to paint here in Mons. So it's a very important step in the life of the artist. Afterwards, we'll have, in about April, the opening of 5 new museums in Mons. So this is a main event as well, because there is one about the Doudou, which is our main popular event every year, about the Trinity Day on the 15th of June this year. We have a fight between St. George and the Dragon on the main square of the city, with about 100,000 people during a whole week. So it's a very big party here in Mons. And then we'll have in the summer related to Vincent van Gogh as well, a labyrinth of sunflowers on the main square. So it will be very nice as well. And this summer will be dedicated to children and families with a lot of activities and a lot of strange things in the city with big red balls between the streets and very, very interesting things. And then in the last part of the year we have two main exhibitions as well. One about Verlaine, who lived in Mons in a quite strange place because he lived in the castle of Mons, in the prison. He was there because he had a fight with Rimbaud in Brussels, and then they took him to the prison of Mons. So he wrote mains of his most important poems here. And then a very big exhibition as well about St. George. You know why now, because of the dragon and St. George in the fight. So that will take place at the Contemporary Museum of Art in Grand Tournai. So this is a serious game we made for children. We wanted to have something very ludic to explain them our main folklore, to do the fight of St. George and the dragon. But before getting to the square, we have to take the relics in the collegial church. We have to take the relics down. So I'm gonna see if I can do on this side. So yes, it is. So going down on the golden carriage, which is also in the collegial church if you've been there. So it's a very important place here in Mons. And then these are the chanoinesses, the women who founded the collegial church. And then you have to push the golden carriage through the city, getting out. And then you have the horses there. It's going there, and then you can catch the points. The children love it. It's very funny.
Did you make it yourself?
We made it with our communication department, yes. So then you're down and you have to push it again because there is a legend, the street, we have to push. All the men in Mons are getting behind the golden carriage. You have to push it very strongly so that it won't stop on the way. Otherwise we'll have very bad luck in Mons all year long. So there are many behind this. So then we are going to get to the dragon. So this is very important. The dragon, I don't know if you went to the... This is a funny part. It happened 1 year, and since then they launched the balloon. So this is St. George. And then there are 3 steps in the ceremony, because it's like a... So you have to take the launch here. So you have to get there and get up here and then take it. So now St. George is going to try to kill the dragon with this. But it didn't manage to do it. So now you have to get down again, and he's going to take this weapon. So St. George gonna try. But it didn't work, neither. He needs something stronger. A real gun. And it did work. So, poor dragon, he's now dead. And he's going back to the cave until next year.
Ludovic, can you tell us about the Mons Street Review?
Yes, Mons Street Review is like a Google Street View, except that people are not blurred, and we work with the inhabitants of Mons and directed them in funny and awkward situations to show that they can represent their city in a very particular and artistic manner.
And who took part in this? Who are these people?
These people are the people who live in Mons, who live in the streets. So sometimes we worked with blind people, sometimes we worked with firemen, sometimes we worked with people that we met in the streets. We worked a lot with different groups who were already created. 1 year before, we started to work with these different groups in different kinds of streets, and we had to find funny ideas so that people wanted to participate and wanted to do stupid or sometimes meaningful things in the streets.
How do they react? Is it a success?
Yes, I think it's a success. It took some time, so they tested us at first because it's not a very big city, and they're used to doing a lot of theatricals because they have the doo-doo, which is a big representation here. And so first they test you to see if you're good enough, if you're serious, and then they see, and then they started really to participate a lot. So. Yeah.
And when will it be available? When can we see it?
It'll be online tomorrow night.
So that's 24th of January?
January, that's the opening night, and so people from all over the world will be able to see it, see this Mons Street Review, and address is streetreview.eu. We put a little boat on it, you know, with little children passing through all these crazy people. So people had a lot of fun. It was like a party, and we were filming this kind of party. So this was really like there were 400 people we invited for the shooting. And then when you navigate through it, then we go to another place, which is here in Mons, which is called Le Grand Large. You'll see, now we're on the water. There's a little water pond there. And so we took the same boat, put it, let's see on the map, it's all the way, it's further off.
It looks like a Google Street View. It has something to do with it.
Well, it's the idea is we did a Google map.
Yeah.
And we worked with the participants, inhabitants. And we made different scenographies of all different places. Well, I would like to show you online, but since it's the internet is very bad, so.
But we can look at home.
Yeah, tomorrow it'll be online.
Oh yes.
See, we did things like this.
Oh yes. I see some pictures on.
Yeah.
On the
well, this was done in real, so you have the map. So it'll be the map for Mons.
Yeah.
And you have 60 streets.
Yeah.
So 60 situations.